very good morning to my lecturer, Ms. Charlie, and to all my fellow friends. So my name is Zuleika, so this is my friend.
My name is Teo Bin Hui.
My name is Yasmin.
And my name is Kumar Singh.
Alright, so today we will be presenting about analytics. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, before that, allow me to share with you about story during the 70s and also 1950s. So let me begin with the story of starting with the Swedish government. They started to collect data in 1749. I'm sorry. Second would be a story of the Swedish Florence Nightingale on how they're trying to investigate data collection and also analytics too. It was during 1950s. Last but not least would be a British scholar who is trying to investigate on lung cancer disease and how they're trying to analyze data on the steps of how the diseases are happening. So therefore, I would like to introduce what is analytics. Firstly, it is a medium that helps organizations to find useful data. So organizations are using data you're using data to build their organization. Next would be analytics. You are the computer and uses software and also using tools to store data. As it is a medium, it will give evidence base to organization as well in order for them to make decision making. So next would be combine numerical data and research can produce results. As analytics will help organization to provide numerical data and to produce outcome in decision making. So my next slide, we have do further research on what is analytics and also analysis. So analytics and analysis are more about future and also the past. So analysis would be something about the past, and analytics would be something in the future. As you can see the differences here that we have gathered information for you guys, you can see that analytics used in, like I've mentioned, decision making, and also uses for preferences and market trends. Other than that, analysis are something that you use for, you're looking for something, and then you use the information from analysis are just based on, as you can see, exploratory and also predictive, something that you are not certain about. As you can see, analysis, they only covers the WH questions. What's going to happen? What is going to happen now? They didn't cover what's going to happen next. So analytics will help to cover what is going to happen in the future. So my next slide would be example of analytics and also analysis. So these are the example of Google HR. They're trying to forecast the employees, whether it is surplus or shortage of employees. So they're using forecast. As I say forecast, it is not accurate. As for analytics, it is proven for Google Trend that HR analytics are used the most. As you can see, the charts showing increase at HR analytics. Moving on to the next slide would be current practices in HR and how HR uses analytics in their daily work life. So first would be used in people analytics. Why I say people analytics is because, for example, customer service. The call center uses people analytics in order to measure the employees' performances. Another example we can share with you, which is Walmart. How Walmart uses analytics competition for searching for new skills and also new analytics employees. Next would be predict employees turnover. IBM has using analytics tool, which is IBM Watson. So they have tried to look for an accurate turnover employee rate, which has reached around 95% accuracy of searching employees turnover rate. So next would be Last but not least, my point would be diverse usage of analytics called workforce analytics. I give you an example of HP, how the senior vice president are given a positive feedback on how workforce analytics help their company in gaining competitive advantage against their other competitors. As you can see, here we have gathered a few examples of tools that HR use. First is Workday. It is a HRS system. They use this as a recruitment and also attendance base, and they collect all this data to reflect the employees' performances. So R is an open source, as you can see. It is specifically they need a specialized analyst to use this software. So next is Python. It is built specifically for statistics only. And then last but not least would be MicroStrategy. It is a compilation of R, Python, and also Google Analytics. So that's all for my part. I would like to pass over to my friend Kumar.
Thank you, Monica. So for today, I'll be explaining in depth about benefits of business analytics in future work. So what is the benefit of data analytics? It prevents duplication and save costs. Why do I say? Because when there is a job opening, many candidates send their CV online. Sometimes they might send more than one time, and data analytics helps to prevent duplication. I'll move on to my next slide. And the second benefit is displaying relevant product to people of different interests for easier purchases. I have a question for y'all. Do y'all shop online? Yes. Do you all use Zalora, Lazada, right? So, have you all experienced while you all are scrolling through Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, you all have how would I say? You all have experienced what you search is on your social media. That is some sort of data analytics. It helps to cater to what consumer needs. So hold on. So the
brands can?
Not brands, the forgotten the word. Sorry.
Brands or customers?
No, customers. The client will know what customer wants, so it will help to boost up the sales and prevent losses in the company. Can I move on to my next slide? And the third one is reducing the tendency of fraud happening in a bank. This can be seen when people want to apply for loans, credit card. So what the bank does, like when people come into the bank and want to apply for credit card, for example, so they will ask them to sign, like do a security check, and from here, data analytics will show the bank employees whether they have been blacklisted, do they have any outstanding from different banks, and so forth. And my last point is hiring potential employees in the company. Like nowadays, people come up with different degrees, masters, PhD. So, for example, let me give you an example like Foodpanda. They want to hire a marketing director. So, all it's regarding to my first point, like when people sending their CVs, the HR can find out which is the potential customer. Like they can see the qualification, they can see their working experience, and from there, they can know who to pick, and this will help to increase the productivity of the company. And yeah, I'll call upon my next speaker, that is Andrew, to speak about the loss of data analytics.
So I will now talk about the loss of data analytics in future work. There are four main components, which are first, data quality, data security, cost, and availability. Firstly, we'll speak about data security. In nowadays, there are quite a lot of analytic tools like business intelligence, big data, but does they really have really good data security? And the possibility of hacking in future is quite high because they don't have really strong data security. So one of the example is at scale survey, most of the respondents they listed security is one of the big disadvantage in business analytics. And then in New Vantage report also, most of the executives rank cybersecurity breach as single greatest threat for their companies. Next will be availability. As I mentioned just now, there are quite a lot of analytic tools, but not necessarily all companies that can use such analytic tools. Some may suitable for big data, some may suitable for business intelligence. This is the example for the data security. 51% of the company agree that security is one of the biggest threats. And then 23% increase in the average total cost of data breach. So my third point will be about cost. As what I mentioned previously is that all the data analytic tools are quite complex and it may require special training for the tools. So in further, they will need extra expenses for training, maintenance services for the tools. Last but not least is about data quality. In the Science Scott survey, the number one disadvantage to working with big data in future was the need to address for the data quality issues. Each of the person have different perspective on the data. Everyone may see different points from the data, but they may not be the same as the shown in the big data analytics tools. So, as what I mentioned, different employees have different opinions, which they may need to spend extra time and cost to look for the middle ground. Then that's the end for my points. I will pass to Li Pei.
Thanks, Andrew. So, for my first point will be unlocking human potential. Is the best activities in hiring, maintenance, and reducing attrition in production costs. Is to ensure the work performance and the work satisfaction has meet specific standards. Data analytics are also helping the employee to analyze the conclusion and determine final outcome. For example, Xerox has emphasis on online testing and analytics to measure the personality test and work situation. For second, measurement of ROI refers to return of investment, means to calculate the benefit of return after a few years. It has measured for employee in reduction cost and budget for potential future use. For example, IBM has using a sentiment analytics to measure candidates. When for an employee wish to quit the company, is to reduce the turnover rate is more become higher. And at the same time, the production costs have fallen and the production costs will improve and the recruitment costs have fallen. Okay, I move to next slide. Identifying and accessing talent is a tool allow for manager to use by hiring them based on skill, interest, and action. It's to identify the right people by using the tools such as networking tools such as LinkedIn to identify the right people from 100 candidates narrow down to 10 or 20 people. It can save a lot of time by narrow the applicants from Microsoft have developed a statistic profile to identify them by us hiring them from a certain technical role. And also they have intervened HR activities such as mentoring assignment and income hikes to reduce the turnover rate and also the attrition rate. For my last point will be focused on the best recruitment channel is focused on social media in terms of hiring and list job listed in a social media page, which is Facebook. They have engaged more than 1.2 million likes at the same time. Is to interact the people who wish to join the company to enhance the employer brand. They have put some photo and videos to demonstrate the company by using response with likes and comments as well. This is for my slide today. I will move on to references.
Okay, come together. So my question to the team is, what other employability skills recruiters are seeking for in future graduates, other than what you have identified?
So other skills that for future candidates for them to apply for work. So our opinion is that maybe having skills in, first of all, communication is very important. You need to be able to speak with not just maybe for example clients, but you need to also have this specific skill to communicate with your upper management and your bosses. For example, for a team lead, there's a guideline, also there's a way for us to like communicate with them well, so that each section they wouldn't have any miscommunication happens in an organization.
The another skills that require will be the leadership skills. As a leader, we need to know how to manage our team so that our work can work more efficient. That's one of them. And then, like what she said, communication skills. Other than just communicate with managers, we also need to know how to communicate with our team, so that all the works can go really like smooth, efficient.
For my points will be problem solving skill, because you need to settle at uncertainty on every time. You need to prepare the backup plan for the situation and then to implement it at the same time.
My point will be like stress handling. So this will help the employees to work under stress. When tasks have been given and they can't do it, they should know how to work under stress basically. So that's one of my points. I think that's all from us.
Okay, good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.